Hidden within the color of your eyes lies a quiet record of human history. What looks like a simple shade in the mirror is actually a story written deep inside your DNA. That small detail carries the legacy of ancient journeys and survival. Long ago, human ancestors lived under the intense sun of the African savanna. Over thousands of years, some groups traveled north, facing colder climates and weaker sunlight. Slowly, evolution shaped new eye colors as humans adapted to different environments. So when you notice the color in your reflection, you are seeing more than appearance. You are witnessing a living trace of humanity's incredible journey across the planet. For most of human history, dark brown eye color served as the original blueprint of our species. Long before humans explored new continents, this deep pigment played a crucial role in survival. The secret lies in melanin, a powerful natural pigment packed densely within the iris. This molecule works like a built-in protective filter for the eyes. Under the intense sunlight of the African savanna, such protection was extremely important. Strong sunlight carried high levels of radiation that could damage the delicate cells inside the eye. Higher amounts of melanin help absorb a large portion of incoming light, reducing the amount that reaches sensitive tissues. But the benefit goes beyond protection alone. Because darker eyes absorb more light instead of letting it scatter, they help reduce glare and keep vision stable in bright environments. Over thousands of years, this trait became incredibly valuable for early human survival. Between 6,000 and 10,000 years ago, a small genetic change began to reshape the range of human eye colors. A mutation in the HERC2 gene affected how the body produced melanin in the iris. This change acted like a biological switch, reducing the amount of brown pigment and allowing a new eye color to appear. Research suggests that most people with blue eyes today likely share a common ancestor who carried this mutation. Interestingly, blue eyes do not actually contain blue pigment. Instead, they are created through the way light interacts with the iris. With very little melanin present, shorter wavelengths of light scatter and reflect outward, making the eyes appear blue to an observer. The same optical effect is responsible for the color of the daytime sky. As human populations moved into northern Europe, this trait became more common. Over time, blue eyes became one of the most recognizable examples of human genetic diversity. Beyond the well-known presence of blue eyes, an even rarer variation exists in the human population. Gray eyes are among the least common eye colors in the world, appearing in only a small percentage of people. This distinctive shade is closely related to blue eyes, but usually contains even less melanin in the iris. Because of this, light entering the eye scatters in complex ways across multiple wavelengths, creating the soft, muted tone that gives gray eyes their unique appearance. In regions such as northern and eastern Europe, where cloudy skies and lower levels of sunlight are common, lighter eye colors became more frequent over many generations. While scientists continue to study the exact advantages of these variations, they likely reflect how human populations adapted to different environments over time. Gray eyes often appear to shift between shades of silver, blue, or green, depending on lighting. This rare color remains a fascinating example of the diversity found within human genetics. In sharp contrast to the cool tone of gray eyes, another color stands out as one of the rarest in the world. Green eyes appear in only a small percentage of the global population, making them one of the most uncommon natural eye colors. Unlike blue eyes, which mainly result from low levels of pigment, green eyes emerge from a more complex genetic interaction. Scientists believe that multiple genes influence this color, affecting how melanin is distributed within the iris. Moderate amounts of melanin combine with a yellowish pigment called lipochrome, producing the distinctive green appearance. Because of this delicate balance, green eyes often appear to change depending on lighting, clothing, colors, or the surrounding environment. Sometimes they look deep and mossy, while in brighter light, they can appear almost emerald. Throughout history, this shifting quality has captured human imagination. In many cultures, green eyes have been associated with mystery, creativity, and individuality, reflecting their rarity and striking visual presence. Another fascinating variation appears in eyes that seem to change color depending on the moment. Hazel eyes are known for their shifting appearance, often displaying shades of gold, green, and brown within the same iris. This unique effect comes from intermediate levels of melanin combined with small amounts of a yellowish pigment called lipochrome. When light interacts with these pigments, different colors can become more visible depending on the environment. Because of this interaction, hazel eyes may appear greener in natural daylight, while warmer indoor lighting can make them look more golden or brown. Sitting between darker and lighter eye colors, hazel eyes represent a balance point in the pigment spectrum. They offer moderate protection from strong sunlight while still allowing good sensitivity to changing light conditions. Another interesting feature is the unpredictable pattern of pigment inside each iris. No two hazel eyes share exactly the same design, making every pair a distinctive and naturally occurring pattern. Among the many variations of human eye color, one of the most striking is the warm, golden glow of amber eyes. Found in only a small percentage of the global population, this rare color stands out for its deep honey or copper tone. Unlike hazel eyes, which can shift between different shades, amber eyes usually maintain a stable and uniform appearance in most lighting conditions. Their distinctive color comes from high concentrations of a yellow pigment called Lipochrome, combined with very low levels of melanin in the iris. Interestingly, this coloration is also seen in several animals such as wolves and eagles, which may explain why amber eyes sometimes appear especially striking to human observers. Rather than being strongly linked to environmental light adaptation, some researchers suggest that visual preference may have helped maintain this trait in certain populations. The warm glow of amber eyes can signal alertness and vitality, qualities that have long captured human fascination across cultures and generations. At the deepest end of the eye color spectrum lies a gaze so dark it can appear almost limitless. Although true black eyes do not technically exist, some individuals possess extremely high concentrations of melanin that make the iris look nearly pitch black. This dense pigmentation provides strong natural protection against intense sunlight. By absorbing a vast amount of incoming light, the eye reduces glare and helps reduce the impact of intense sunlight on sensitive eye tissues. Such traits are especially beneficial in equatorial regions, where sunlight remains strong throughout the year. Over generations, this natural defense likely helped protect vision from constant exposure to ultraviolet rays. Beyond its biological advantage, the visual effect of these eyes is equally striking. Because the dark iris blends so closely with the pupil, subtle changes in dilation become harder to detect. As a result, the gaze can appear steady, powerful, and almost impossible to interpret. Sometimes, the human eye defies the expectation of perfect symmetry. In rare cases, the distribution of pigment develops in an unusual way, producing a phenomenon known as heterochromia. Affecting less than 1% of the global population, this condition can result in two completely different eye colors or multiple shades appearing within a single iris. The effect usually occurs when melanin is distributed unevenly during early development, creating a striking visual contrast. Throughout history, people with heterochromia often attracted fascination and curiosity because their appearance breaks the natural symmetry humans instinctively recognize in faces. In many cultures, such eyes were even associated with mystery or supernatural qualities. From a scientific perspective, however, heterochromia simply reflects the incredible variability within human genetics. Rather than being a flaw, it highlights how small genetic differences can produce extraordinary diversity. Each case becomes a living example of how biology can create beauty in unexpected and remarkable ways. Looking beyond rare variations and striking visual traits, every human iris carries a subtle trace of our shared past. The color of your eyes reflects the long migration of ancient populations across vastly different environments. Some ancestors lived beneath intense equatorial sunlight, where darker pigmentation offered strong protection. Others gradually moved into colder northern regions, where lighter eye colors became more common over generations. These subtle differences emerged through natural selection and random genetic variation rather than deliberate design. Over thousands of years, communities adapted to new climates, landscapes, and sources of light. As a result, the eyes we see today are more than simple physical features. They are the outcome of countless generations navigating harsh environments and uncertain conditions. In a way, every glance in the mirror reveals a small piece of humanity's journey across the planet, shaped by survival, movement, and the remarkable diversity of human genetics. In the end, this long map of human migration leads to the reflection you see every single day. When you look into the mirror, you are not simply observing a physical trait. You are witnessing the outcome of a genetic journey that has unfolded across thousands of years. Your eyes represent far more than the ability to see the world around you. They are a quiet record of endurance, adaptation, and the remarkable creativity of human evolution. Every shade, whether deep brown, bright green, or clear blue, reflects how generations before you responded to different climates, landscapes, and challenges. Through survival, movement, and chance, these traits slowly shape the diversity we see today. In that sense, your eye color is not random at all. It is a living connection between your present life and the extraordinary journey that allowed humanity to explore and inhabit every corner of the planet. This content is for educational purposes only and is not medical advice. If you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe to support the channel. Thanks for the support.